Welcome to a special podcast. I want to thank Tom Miguel and Ion Edgewood for allowing us this time. I'm Jerry Powers, and this is Phil and Io with me today. We're both candidates for the town commissioner. I'm running in District 2 unopposed. Phil, you're running in District
4, yes.
Okay. And who's your opponent?
I am running against John Bassett.
Okay. So several people have asked me, why should we vote and turn out, because several people are running unopposed. But your race is an incredibly important race, and I want to make sure that everybody understands that today and why it's important to turn out.
Well, John Bassett, first of all, I don't even know why he's running because of all the things that he's done to the town of Edgewood. With the, and they're not even insinuations. He actually got caught doing a lot of the stuff in it, and he was found guilty through the court system. So I just cannot understand his philosophy or his thinking, his ideology, or anything of such. He's just putting the town through a whole lot of heartbreak.
So I think this is probably the most important election in Edgewood's history, even including the first one, right? The first one was very important to get the town off to a good start. Well, the town got off to a good start, and in the last 5 or 6 years under John Bassett as mayor, it kind of went off the rails, and it's left the town in a mess, divided, a lot of hostility toward public input from the town government. There's been money diverted away from our sewer plant, which was in dire straits and really needed it, to go to the sewer collection line onto the Bassett family property. So the mayor's been removed. All of these things are kind of extraordinary events that should never happen in a town.
And I was reading the documents the other day, and somebody had asked me, or somebody actually made a comment that said, well, he's not, that's just BS. Well, I showed them the documents that I had, and they couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe that that's the way that Mr. Bassett had been running the town. And I guarantee you, they changed their mind and changed it pretty quick.
Did you get their vote?
I got their vote.
Okay.
And they did. They went and voted early because they called me back and told me.
And early voting is on right now. It has been for about a week. You can go anytime from Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 6 at Town Hall in order to register your vote. And I'm hoping that there's going to be a huge turnout for a couple of reasons. One is because of the importance of your race. It's very important. All of the candidates have similar values, the new ones, with regard to openness, transparency, and actually spending the people's money on what the people want, not on the personal agenda of a couple of people that get elected.
That is correct. And you know that people can go and vote, and they can actually go and register the same day as they vote. So the people that are new to the town of Edgewood, you can change your voting registration to the town of Edgewood, if you live here.
And you can do that at Town Hall or online, right?
At Town Hall or online, yes, that is correct.
The Secretary of State of New Mexico has a voter portal, and I actually corrected some of my information on my registration, and it was very easy to do. So either way works. We hope that you'll all turn out in huge numbers, because the new commissioner candidates are fine people that want to really do the will of the people, and I would like to see support for the new commission candidates, and I'd also like to see your race, you succeed in your race, because I know, Phil, that you are committed to the same fundamental principles that brought us all these candidates together, which is open, transparent, ethical government.
That is correct, and I believe that the 5 members that are running, 6, I guess, or 7, whatever it is, you got 2 that are running, that are challenged, and that's District 1 and District 4, which again is my district against John Bassett. It is important that people come out and support us, because we're going to work hard for the town of Edgewood. It's not my first rodeo. to running an election or to be even voted in. I've been on the the Board of Education for 12 plus years, because there is a lot of things to learn, you know, but I don't need OJT, on the job training. I have experience to conduct a meeting, to sit back and listen to somebody else conducting the meeting and paying attention to what's going on with the entire town as they have the new districts, 5 districts.
Yeah, and it's important to be able to work together and collaborate. And we have had some meetings with some of the other candidates that have gone really well, actually, talking about what's wrong with the town, what the mess that it's been left in, and how we're going to try to hit the ground with our feet moving in order to restore the fiscal responsibility. You know, we've had the worst audits we've ever had in our history in the last 2 years, and so much so that the Department of Finance has kind of like, it's like when your brother won't spend his lunch money on lunch, he spends it on Cokes and candies. Well, then your mother makes you be his fiscal agent, and that's what we've got now. We've got somebody who's watching over Edgewood because they can't handle their own money.
That's right.
That's one of the big problems.
And you know, that's not the only thing where they're really keeping an eye on us. We have a real problem with the wastewater plant. That's we can't even get permitted on it because there's been such a neglect on the maintenance of the plant, and money's being diverted over for other projects that the rest of the councilors didn't even approve or didn't even want.
And the very things that people said they wanted when John Bassett got elected, that he promised to do: roads, trails, infrastructure so that businesses could thrive here. All of that is 180 degrees away. What he did is 180 degrees away from what he promised the people. So I think it's important that we deliver on those promises for roads, trails, recreation. The recreation money had totally dried up. They haven't even had a director for Parks and Rec for over a year and a half.
And how can you do that and not be able to take care of our kids?
Exactly.
You know, Parks and Recs is a very important family trait around this area. Where you have a lot of people that ride bikes, they ride horses, they camp, they picnic.
Yeah.
You know, they just love the outdoors. That's why we're here, is because we love the great outdoors, and it's a rural community. And in a rural community, you can have the best of both worlds in it.
Yeah.
So that's what one of my goals is to be able to bring that type of town to where we have, Route 66, for an example, is a famous highway, and it runs right through our town, right in the middle of our town, and there's no reason that we can't get some of the traffic off of the freeway and bring them in and let them spend some money here, to eat, to fuel up, even to sleep, I mean, you'd be surprised sleeping out here some nights. You hear the coyotes yelling. You hear, you see the stars.
Right.
Yeah,
people love the rural environment. I do. I would be living in Rio Rancho if I didn't love this kind of environment. And we want to make sure that we preserve and enhance that. One of the ways is to give people more access to the rural environment through trails, equestrian activities, through hiking. We've got the open space projects that have been totally neglected by the Bassett administration. We're going to lose those if we don't do something once we get in. So we really have a big job ahead of us.
And it's one that I'm willing to tackle. I believe that it can be managed and managed right, to where we get the property at a pretty darn good price.
Well, I'm going to let you close this out. I mean, I think I hope people really turn out. I hope that they will realize the significance of this new fresh start, and that we get a new fresh start and don't reelect the old administration that caused these problems.
Well, Jerry, I want to thank you for taking time and having this conversation with me. And I am going to enjoy working with you. So we got to make sure that people come out and vote
Yeah.
and vote their conscience, and let's get this done. Edgewood, remember that you get to vote 5 times. You get to vote for each commissioner in each district. There's 5 districts. So please come out and vote. Vote for myself, please. Filandro and Naya, first on the ballot. And Jerry, of course, he's unopposed. Like we mentioned a while ago, he's going to get 2 votes. We know that. I need a lot more than that. So please come out and support your town and vote. Thank you.